fourth graders. Today for your reading lesson, you should be watching this video on, let me look at my calendar, Wednesday, April 1st. Remember, the things that you're going to need are your packet, okay, and your book. If you don't have your book, remember how I showed you how to get onto it with Benchmark. One thing I also wanted to show you really quickly on my screen right here is my YouTube page. This is where you've been going to watch the videos for the lessons. I post the links in Google Classroom and then it'll bring you to YouTube. If you need to go back and watch a lesson, okay, you can obviously go find the link in Google Classroom, but if you go to my YouTube channel, I've put things in playlists. So if you ever if you ever miss a math lesson, I will have a playlist right here with all of the math lesson videos in them with dates on them so you can go back and figure out which day you missed and go watch it. And then I will also post all of my reading videos in the reading lessons playlist. I just wanted to show you that really, really quickly. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to read to you today instead of the computer because I don't want us to get bored by listening to the same things all the time. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So again, I want you to get out your books. You can see it on my screen or right here in my video. And then you need your Unit 7 reading packet, okay? Today we're going to be on Lesson 6. So right here on my dot cam, it says Lesson 6, Building the Transcontinental Railroad. And I need you to go to page 19 of your book. Page 19 looks like this. We are going to, I'm backwards. We're going to read this little thing right here. And we're going to compare and contrast what a mule-drawn coach ride was like, so like a buggy ride by a donkey, and we're going to compare it to what a railroad travel was like and see what the differences are, okay? So everybody turn to this page. We're just going to read this little section right up here, and I'm going to read it to you. So some of the things we're looking for to compare are the dates of the travel. When was the mule-drawn coach travel taking place, and when was the railroad journey taking place? Where it started, the direction that people went, the distance they went, how long the journey took, and how the ride felt. Now, you're probably already thinking, I probably already know what a mule-drawn coach ride is going to feel like versus a railroad, but we're still going to read this to see. All right, so we're just reading this little section here, this American travel log. In his book, Roughing It, written in 1872, American author Mark Twain describes his 1861 trip west before the railroad was built. So right away, I've already found the date of travel and the direction they were traveling. This was in 1861, and they were traveling west. So I'm not going to write anything down yet in this chart. I'm just going to be underlining all the information that I need, okay? He traveled by mule-drawn coach from St. Joseph, Missouri to Carson City, Nevada in only 21 days. The coach shot from the station as if from a cannon. It was a fierce and furious gallop till we reeled off 10 or 12 miles. So we flew along all day until we landed at Fort Kearny, 56 hours out from St. Joe, 300 miles. So that's how long they traveled, 300 miles. Twain later describes the railroad journey he took about 10 years later. So it would be like you going on a mule-drawn carriage ride right now, and most of us are 9, 10 years old. So it would be like then when you're 19 or 20 going then on a train. That's how long after he took a train. At 4:20 p.m. on Sunday, we rolled out of the station of Omaha and started westward. So that's where they are going. We sped along at the rate of 30 miles an hour, the fastest living we had ever experienced. Our train rushed into the night, then to bed in luxurious couches, to bed in luxurious couches, and awoke the next morning 300 miles from Omaha, 15 hours and 40 minutes out. Okay, so this is the train ride. This is the donkey ride. So now we're going to use these things that we underlined to fill out our chart. Okay, so the date of travel for the mule-drawn coach, it said, was in 1861. And it said that his railroad journey happened 10 years later. So 1861, add 10 more years would be 1871. Okay. Where did the travel start? The trip west, let's see, he traveled by mule from St. Joseph, Missouri. That's where he traveled from. So that's where he started. St. Joseph, Missouri. Oh, going into the next one, that's okay. His railroad journey, he traveled from out of the station of Omaha. That's in Omaha, Nebraska. It doesn't say Nebraska on there, but I know that Omaha is in Nebraska. Okay. The direction that was traveled. The trip west before the railroad was built, and Omaha, and we started westward. So both of them were west. This one was specifically west, and this one they wrote westward. The distance they traveled, how far were each of the journeys? 300 miles. 300 miles. They were both the same. But now the difference is how long did those 300 miles take? Obviously, going by mule is going to be way longer than going by railroad. Let's see, 56 hours for the mule. 56 hours. And for the train, 15 hours and 45 minutes. So obviously our time was cut down a ton when we went on the railroad. Okay. How did the ride feel? Well, it said that the coach shot from the station as if from a cannon at a fierce and furious gallop. So just picture yourself riding along in a buggy. What am I doing right now? Doing a lot of bouncing. Do you think that would be very comfortable for a long 56 hours? I don't think so. So let's write a couple of the evidence from the text, a couple of the things that they said, and we'll put some things into our own words. So I'm going to write down fierce and furious gallop. Fierce and furious gallop. And now, just like we're in class, you should be writing all these things down too. So picture a fierce, it's hard to say, fierce and furious gallop. Do you think that ride would be very comfy? So now in your own words, okay, you can copy some of mine. You can write down some of your own words. I'm just going to write, I'm guessing it would be very bumpy, not comfortable, maybe even like dusty because they're in a horse-drawn carriage. They have nothing around them really to keep them from the dust. So overall, not super pleasant, okay? But now let's think about the train. What was one of the things that they said that caught my eye right away? They went to bed in luxurious couches. So on the trains, they had like nice beds. So I'm going to take that quote from the book. Bed in luxurious couches. So now think in your own words. The ride was probably more smooth. It was more comfortable. Probably more clean. And overall, it was what? 56 hours versus 15 hours. It was much faster. Now, I don't know about you, but I would much rather, if I had a really, really long journey to go on, I would much rather go on a train than a horse-drawn buggy. Okay. All right. So that's our lesson for today. It's just one short lesson. So your IXL, let me write it down for you. Your reading IXL, this is your assignment. You have to do this, is JJ 10 to 80. Okay, that's your assignment. Alrighty, I will see you guys next time, and have a good day. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta pause my video though. I don't know where I'm going. Where's my video? There we go. Okay. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.